growing worries that the spread of the coronavirus will soon cause a shortage of meat and other perishable food. Tonight, Local 12's chief investigative reporter Duane takes a close look at the new claims that we may soon run out of food in the United States.
For weeks, we've been scrambling to buy paper towels, disinfectant wipes, hand sanitizer, and of course, toilet paper. Now, fear is hitting right back here, our fridge, as supplies of fresh meat and other commodities begin to shrink. As a matter of fact, some say COVID-19 is creating a whole new and much bigger crisis where food itself becomes scarce. Let's start by cutting to the chase. There is a crisis in the meat processing industry. A rash of coronavirus cases among workers and USDA inspectors is crippling some meatpacking plants. More than a dozen across the country have closed, including Smithfield Foods in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where nearly 900 workers have contracted COVID-19, making it the largest coronavirus cluster in the country. While industry experts say the processors are keeping up with production, fear is growing that the closures could cripple the supply of beef, pork, and poultry. Last week, an executive with Archer Financial Services told Bloomberg meat shortages will be occurring 2 weeks from now in the retail outlets. It's a much different issue with other commodities. Millions of eggs are being destroyed, and millions of gallons of milk are being dumped because of the disruptions in supply chains caused by so many restaurants and schools closing. That point worries U.S. Senator Sherrod Brown.
And we're concerned about, first of all the dumping of food that particularly dairy, that dairy farmers can't get their milk anywhere now.
USDA announced it's buying up $3 billion worth of eggs, milk, meat, and other commodities, including produce, from farmers who are forced to bury and plow under onions, tomatoes, lettuce, and green beans because they have no way to get them to grocers. USDA says the food will be sent to food banks to feed a growing number of people who would otherwise go hungry. Around the world, a global food crisis is looming. The chief economist of the World Food Program predicts the number of people facing acute hunger will double to 265 million by the end of the year. But here in America, U.S. Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue insists the U.S. has plenty of food. It's just a matter, Perdue says, of shifting suppliers from selling to restaurants to grocery stores. Of course, all this is disturbing, but the claim that we're going to run out of food in America at this point is wrong. But having enough food doesn't necessarily mean you'll be able to buy what you want. Industry experts say there will be disruptions and panic buying that will prevent you from getting fresh meat and perishables. Only time will tell whether this inconvenience becomes something more. I'm Duane Pullman.